Hello, good people. My good name is Oroto Ojiambo, and I'm here to the second, which also applies as the last day of the second National Mental Health Conference here at the JW Marriott. And today, I'm really interested in having conversations with young people, especially wale ambao wamekuja kwa hii conference. Nataka tu tupige nao jazz, tuongee, tujuane kwa undani, na ni get kujua what is it exactly that wamepick from this conference, because I believe most of them came with expectations of this conference, and now that the conference is wrapping up, are there any tangible initiatives or other information that they've picked from this conference that now going back home wanaweza enda kuimplement to the people? So basically, mimi ndo shughuli nataka tupige leo.
Yeah. So my name is Swad Abdul Nasir. I'm the founder and director of this organization in Mombasa known as Serenity of Soul. And our main thematic area is matters to do with mental health, because we've seen this issue becoming a pandemic, and it's been escalating as we are going on.
Yeah.
You know, and we are trying to create awareness on prevention parts.
Okay.
So there is this question you asked me about the resolution. I've seen there is a budget they want to focus on.
Yes.
And according to the statistics, it shows that 0.001% they have allocated as Kenyan budget to treatment.
Yeah.
And I feel like prevention is better than cure, right?
All right.
And we have to focus on the foundation. You know, the Kenyan budget, they have to focus on this cureness and on the prevention part. And we know that most of the organizations or grassroots CBO foundations in each county level, they do prevention. So how well can the Ministry of Health or the big organization relating it to mental health, how can they support them, you know? And doing surveys, they're the ones knowing the problem of that area because they've interacted. I'm sure they have programs that they know what's the issues, you know, rather than going and doing survey or using the statistics, like maybe going forward to those organizations, what are the challenges and how well can they support them to make sure that we're eradicating stigma around mental health and we're increasing mental health awareness, because I feel like most of the people or most of the youth, because mental health, I cannot say it affects the youth, it's a natural, it's a general problem that affects everyone, right? So as it is a problem, so how can we, you know, make them aware? Mental health literacy program, because I think if it is one of the resolutions that they want to make. And personally, I feel like I'm just ready to go and make more positive change. Mental health is you know, it's a heartbeat for me because I've seen it, I've experienced it, I've seen even people taking their own life because of mental health issues, and it's very critical and it's very sad. And it's time, you know, to make these changes and reduce. If those mental health issues are escalating, we see ways in how we can reduce them. Reducing, because we cannot prevent it. Yeah,
you've mentioned that you come from Mombasa. Maybe what can you tell your fellow youth from Mombasa? Unaweza waambia nini?
Mimi kitu naweza kuambia is that be the change that you want to see. Move out of your comfortable zone. This is possible. Make sure you are in Mombasa. You are born in Mombasa, but go around the world, you know, be enthusiastic in what you're doing. And of course, you're going to do it. People from Mombasa, get out.
All right. So, beautiful.
Honor and pleasure to be in these conferences, because I've learned a lot. I've networked with people that are in my areas of interest. So, I'm grateful.
And I'm quite interested in knowing, what are your thoughts around mental health literacy and what can you say about it?
Okay, thank you. For me, I think mental health education shouldn't be a privilege. It should be a right for everyone. Like being here at the Second National Mental Health Conference, I've really learned a lot, and I've seen how powerful awareness is. And it really breaks my heart knowing that there are people outside there who are suffering and struggling in silence. It's not because they don't want to, it's because they don't know how to. So I think mental health should be introduced in schools, communities, family conversations, functions, like events. It should be something that is talked about most of the time. And like the conference that we came here, it shouldn't be like, you know, just for professionals only to get the privilege to come here. I guess it's just for everybody. It's like, it's your right to know about you and your health, just like any other, you know, illnesses or I hear you.
Yeah.
So another thing that I'm seeing is that in our country, mental health is not getting the attention it really deserves.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess like they should try like introducing more programs and taking seriously on it. Not just about programs, impactful programs, one that can help and change. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, there you've mentioned something quite interesting, and I'd really want us to narrow it down to where you come from,
Okay.
and maybe try to give us a picture of how things look like from where you come from. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually come from the northeastern part of Kenya.
Okay.
Specifically Mandera County.
Mandera.
Yeah, I'm so proud to be here today
Yes.
to become their voice. The youth of Mandera County, I say hi to you. And I want to spread the awareness that mental health, like it should be for everybody. It should be for you. Okay. And healing, as I told you, it should be a right, like for everybody. So for my people, what I know is that mental health conversation is something that is almost non-existent. Nobody talks about it. It's rarely being talked about. And we have seen how our youth are suffering, are struggling in silence because they fear being misunderstood, being judged.
Okay.
And this is something that it should be made to be normal. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So as you're going back to, do you stay in Marsabit?
No.
Or you live around here? As you're going back,
Yeah.
what is this one thing that maybe you're looking forward to doing at home to help change or push the whole narrative about mental health awareness?
Okay, for me, I always have this one dream of coming up with a mentorship hub, and it's basically just creating a safe space, especially for our girls. I've lived some experiences. I know how it feels to undergo mental health issues and you don't have anybody to talk to because like maybe you fear you're going to be stigmatized in your own community. So I want to create a safe space where girls like us, we can come together, talk. And why I'm saying that is that our girls, especially from the northeastern part of Kenya, we really go through a lot societal pressures, you know, like early marriages, FGM, lack of education, especially for girls. Like it's not that much emphasized. So they undergo through a lot of traumas. Yeah.
All right. Beautiful. For you as a young person, what is this one thing that you have learned from this conference?
So thank you. My name is Cindy Njerin Juguna, and I am very glad to have the opportunity to come here. One thing that I've learned from this conference is the fact that you cannot pour from an empty cup. So as much as we advocates of mental health are trying to be the voice for other people, are trying to ensure mental health is advocated for, mental health is being talked about, they have to take care of themselves. Most of us, we find ourselves stretching ourselves out, forgetting that we ourselves also need to take care of ourselves, also need to remember that we are also victims of mental illness, can also be victims of mental illness. And that's why we have to check up on ourselves regularly. That's why we have to be concerned also about our own mental wellness. And if possible, whatever we advise others to do, we should also implement it for ourselves so that our cups can be full and therefore we can be able to fill other people's cups.
All right, beautiful.
So my name is Dr. Anita Munyiva Musyoki. I'm a clinical psychologist. Also at the same time, I'm here representing my organization. It's called Kiseko Initiatives. This is our first mental health conference because we've been just functional for 2 months. I can say for me, the entire experience has just been wholesome. I enjoyed every moment of it, just listening to the different speakers. Also being very new, I feel like a toddler in this world. It felt encouraging, feeling I'm not alone, because sometimes when you're not in spaces like this, it can feel like the ideas, everything that I want to do about mental health, it feels like it's a small world. But then I come outside here to this convention, I meet different people, the different conversations going on, and I'm like, oh, so my idea are actually actionable. I can actually actualize them. It's not something that just most people will be like, is it possible? But being in this space the last 2 days, I feel blessed, I feel inspired, and I hope we can do more of these conventions because it's really important for people like us starting out.
Okay. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. That's really nice. And maybe something that I may want to weigh in a little bit. Is there maybe anything that you've picked from this conference that now moving forward when you go back to your home, you may maybe want to implement? Just this one thing as a young person, yeah.
I mean, I think for me, the main lesson has been build something sustainable.
Okay.
Yes, we're all trying to build something, but is it sustainable? So build something sustainable. So the idea is sustainability.
Sustainability.
So for my people, not just for me, because it starts with me,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, I want it to continue long even after I'm not there.
Nimekuwa na interest ya have conversation na young people. I've spoken to so many young people today. Nimeongeleshana na wase wa Marsabit, nimeongeleshana with folks from Mombasa, I've spoken to guys from Kwale, I've spoken to guys from Nairobi, I've spoken to guys from Machakos, and the young people are very enthusiastic about mental health, and most of them have really learned good things from this conference. But the one thing that most of them are talking about, they're really into knowing, is there any meaningful engagement of the young people? Is there more investment that is being taken in terms of improving or rather increasing the mental health literacy in this country? And then also some of them are very much interested in just trying to find out how are the communities being, like integration of communities in the participation of working around mental health in this country. So young people wamekuja hapa na wamelearn sana, na mimi nanifurahisha sana, and from having spoken to all of them, they're looking forward to going back to their communities and implementing some of the things that zimesema kwa hii conference. So that gives me a lot of hope, na inanifanya na realize that young people are the leaders of now, not the leaders of tomorrow. So majamaa, tuendelee kujibonga, tujibonge na tujibonge, because wewe venye unaendelea hapo kunyamaza ndo mental health yako ina deteriorate. So majamaa, tujibonge na mental health siku zote. Thank you.